全票通過。
Lawmakers voted unanimously to pass the third reading of the Safeguarding National Security Law. LegCo President Andrew Leung also supported the bill, although he's not usually required to vote. The bill will be gazetted and take effect on Saturday. Chief Executive John Lee, who addressed the chamber after the homegrown security law was passed, emphasized that the administration has completed its mission and constitutional duty.
The sixth term of the Hong Kong SAR government and the seventh term of the Legislative Council have jointly completed this historic mission. This is our moment to be proud.
我宣布議案獲得通過。
Earlier, the Legislative Council passed a second reading of the Safeguarding National Security Bill after a session lasting more than 6 hours.
對能夠參與呢項歷史嘅重任，都感到十分光榮。
The extra session of LegCo opened at 9 a.m., with Leung saying it was with great pride and honor that lawmakers were participating in what he called a historical mission. The session came after the Bills Committee completed scrutiny of the draft clause by clause on Thursday, and 11 days since the first reading. All but one member raised their hands to support the legislation mandated under Article 23 of the Basic Law. Regina Ip, who was Security Minister during the unsuccessful attempt to implement Article 23 legislation 21 years ago, said lawmakers this time showed her a much greater responsibility. She said had the law been implemented in 2003, there would have been no Occupy Central movement in 2014 or the social unrest 5 years later. The city's only non-establishment lawmaker, Teck Chi-yun, hailed the bill as a new start, but said it's not time yet to celebrate. The tasks ahead would be much challenging than the legislation itself, he added. Voicing their support for the homegrown security law, some members, including pro-Beijing heavyweight Starry Lee, chose not to speak in Cantonese.
The drafting of the bill have made reference to the relevant law on most foreign jurisdictions, with, of course, its own unique characteristic. I fully and firmly support the government of Hong Kong SAR to continue to take the final legislative step to have this national security bill passed forward and without delay.
Ahead of the third reading, lawmakers reviewed the 91 amendments to the draft domestic national security law. Before this morning's meeting, some members of the public queued outside the complex in Admiralty in a bid to be admitted to the public gallery. This man said the homegrown security bill is important to the public, the region, as well as the country. Janice Low, Cable News.